Hello everybody, this is Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam and welcome to another episode. But first of all, I'm sorry that it took so long to make a new video, but maybe you can hear it. I'm ill and I was not able to make a new video. I had no voice and now my voice is coming back slowly, so I thought, yes, now I can make a new video. Alright, let's get into it. We have a lot to talk about. This one came like out of nothing. We have 40% movement, and while everybody was expecting Bitcoin to come down to $6,000, I was one of them. Although in the Discord channel I always try to warn the people, hey, we have a big bullish divergence on the daily chart, and at some point this will show an effect, and that this chart looks really dangerous, and don't expect it to really go down to these levels. Maybe we see the opposite, yeah. And at the end it happened. We have this crazy movement. At the same time we had the news in China, and yeah. Now, is this pump because of the news? No, I don't think so. I think maybe maybe a little part of it, but this move is likely, and I want to show you why this move is likely. So if we go back into Bitcoin's historical price movement, I have to be fast because I don't want this video to be too long, but I want to show you the important things right here. Let's here. All right. So this is in 2010, the first wave ever, and yeah. So what is important? I mean, in my previous video, I always talked about that we will come down to test these level like we did in 2010, in 2012, and 2015. We always come back down to test this level. Now here we don't have a bear market, but I'll show you that with the next first wave. But what is important is Bitcoin had this first leg up, and then came to this point. We had this consolidation, then started to pump like crazy, and look, at that point it came back down to test this level again before it really pumped like crazy. Then we had this resistance level that was coming down, and as you can see, Bitcoin came close to this resistance level, dropped down, came back up, was not able, dropped much lower, and then finally came back down, had another rejection, and then was able to break through it. Now, what is important is when it was above this resistance level, again it came down close to this resistance level before it moved to the next wave. So this is important. It didn't just break out and move higher from that. No, it broke out, came back down, and tested this level. Let's see if I forgot something. No. Yeah, if we go to the next first wave, this is in 2012. Here we have this bear market. Oh, sorry. Here we have this bear market. We have this point where we have our last drop after we crossed it, and then we came back up, as you can see, moved above this level again. It was support, and then we had this nice leg up. But as you can see, on the way down, we have this wick down to this level to test it again if it is support, and then we move forward. And this one comes close to it, but is not that low. Now, again, we have this resistance level, and at some point Bitcoin comes to this resistance level. So as you can see, there are a lot of rejections that we've seen in the last days and weeks as well. So at some point we have this final drop, we come up with a strong move, and then we push through this resistance level. But what is important is after we broke through this resistance level, we came up to a very specific level is this one. I mean, as you can see, there is a lot of price action above this level, so it is so it makes really sense that we have this resistance right there. And look what happens then. We come back down to this resistance level, take a look if it is or test it as support, and then we move forward. So we don't have this, we break through it and then we go straight up. No, we come back down and test it at that time many times, and then finally we move forward. Now, what is also important is that after breaking through, we came down to this level again, this level of the final drop where we had this consolidation. As you can see, we come back down and test this level. All right. If we go to the next wave, so this is in 2015, our last bull market. So again, we have this bear market right there. We have this point, we drop below it, then we find our bottom, we come back up, and then we push through it. And then we have the start of this first wave. Now, what is important? After this nice pump, Bitcoin comes back down and tests this level again, all right? With a wick, it's not important. It's like the last times I showed you, but it comes back down, tests this level, and then it moves up to this resistance level. All right, again, we have this falling resistance level, this trend line, and as you can see, it comes up, it's not able, it has a big drop. Again, it comes up, then we have a lower drop, and then we pump, we move sideways, and at some point we come to this resistance level again, and we push through it. Now, at that time, I don't know if there were big news, I don't know, like China is doing this or that, but yeah, it pushed through it, and look where it came up to a important level right there, where we had at that time a lot of price movement. I mean, there are this very fast movements at these levels, so we don't have a lot of price action, but there you have much more. So it comes up to this level, tests this level, is too much resistance, and look, it came back down and tested this resistance level, a previous resistance level, and then had another pump, came back down, tested it again, and then moved forward. And what is important, this one right there. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see that it comes down to this resistance level. All right, yeah, it is support, it moves back up, and then it came back down and tested this level as well. All right, this is important. It didn't only test this a previous resistance level, it also tested this level if it is support. So again, a recurring similarity. Now, if we take a look at the current wave, we might know what will happen in the next days. And so what I think, I mean, guys, I think you can see it. It's really the same structure, coming up, finding resistance, coming down, big drops, coming back up, and then I think this is our final drop, guys. This is it. I don't think that we will come back down to 5K. For me, this scenario is over. All right. And yeah, so what happened right there? Of course, it is a really crazy movement. I thought that we come up to 9K and then we will fight with this level for, let's say, 3-4 days before we can see this move. Well, at this time it happened much faster. Now it is like it is. And so what is likely for the next days, guys? I think what's likely, coming down to this resistance level again, find support on it, have another nice move, coming back down, and maybe the next time we come down to test this yellow line. All right, this yellow line, because we have a lot of price action below it, so it is a strong support level. This will be at $8,500, so keep an eye on this level, and keep an eye on $8,900. Now, why is $8,900 very, very likely? Well, because like I showed you, it is the resistance level that always get tested, and it is the position of the 200 daily moving average as well, which is at $8,900 at the moment. And something else that is important, we also have a gap on the futures chart. And as you can see, this is at $8,900 approximately. All right, and these gaps usually get filled. And you can see it, look right there, we had this gap, yeah, it got filled. We had this gap, it got filled. We had this gap, it got filled. So you know what I'm talking about. Usually these gaps get filled. So this is just like an indicator for me to say, yeah, it is likely to come down to $8,900 at least. I also expect something like $8,400 with a wick or so. All right. And now I want to answer one other question. Yeah, so a part of the four-wave theory is that we need the three tests of the channel line, and this was something after this drop when I was expecting it to move higher. When I said, "Hey guys, maybe we didn't see this three tests, and maybe we have to do it something like this." So more to the vertical, and this would have brought us down to these levels, all right? But it didn't happen. We moved up because I think this channel line seems to be now something like this. There we have one test, two tests, three tests, and now we didn't come all the way down to this level. Now you could say, all right, man, you just said that we always come down to this level right there, test it. Now, I mean, guys, look at this one. Maybe this is the test of this level that nobody or I didn't focus on, all right? And if we go to the Bitstamp chart, there this wick is at $6,177. All right, and I mean, just take a look. If we take it like this, just take a look. It's exactly at where it has to be. So this level seems already to be tested, and so this is, I think, one important reason why we won't see these big drops. Now, I'm not, guys, I'm not saying this is 100%. We won't go down to $5,000. All I'm saying is, based on everything that is going on right now, based on what happened in the history, this drop down to 5K to me makes no more sense. It is over. This drop is over for me. So yeah, so this is what I wanted to show you, just to be 100% clear. And and as you can see, look where we came up to. We came up to a level with a lot of price action, so it makes sense why we stopped at that level. I showed you that the other first wave also had a level where they stopped. Now look, this level really makes sense, guys. Really makes sense. Now, if you want to know if it is possible to move above 10.5K and move to 11.5K and something like this, guys, yeah, of course it is possible. It is possible. But this would be just too high. For me, it would be too high. Right? This is just too high. We will reach this level in the next weeks, but not now. I think what's next is to come down to this resistance level. This is what I think. But if we make it above 10.5K again, then of course, yeah, it is possible to have 11.5 as the point of top out. But what I expect at the moment, what is more likely, is to see this consolidation move. So let's say at the moment we could see something like this. So we come down to this resistance level, we have a nice pump, then we come back down, and then we come to this 8.4 level, and then we see Bitcoin moving away to the next wave. This is what I expect. I don't think that we will make it above 10.5. Is my opinion. If you see that Bitcoin is making it about 10.5, you know what's going to happen. because if we make it, if we take a horizontal line right there, so what you can see is above this level we have big movements, we have very big movements, and yeah, if we make it above 10.5, 10.4K, then it is likely to come up even to $12,000. All right, this is also a possibility, but like I said, I don't think that this will happen, and yeah, so you know my opinion. Now, if we take a look at the altcoins, I'm not going to show you what happened in history. I'm just telling you right now. If you want to know more about it, you can write it in the comments or just watch my previous videos where I showed what the altcoins did in 2015. Now, I mean, you all saw that the altcoins had nice pumps in the last 2 or 3 days. Now the question is this the beginning of the altcoin season? Yeah, in fact it is, but I don't think that we can expect these 5x, 10x scenarios because first of all, we have an altcoin inflation. There are just too much. People don't know which one they should buy, which one is the best. In 2015, we didn't have 2,000 altcoins. We didn't have stable coins and things like that. So the chance was much higher to see these crazy movements. And now, if we go to this chart right here and bring out the exponential ribbon. So what happened back in 2015 was Bitcoin, after Bitcoin broke through this resistance line right there, let me make it in another color, so I think it was always blue, so let's keep it blue. Yeah, so what happened was Bitcoin came back down to the daily exponential ribbon, and at the moment it's a little bit above it. It came back down and it is at $8,900, what makes sense to me, and we might see a wick through to the last ribbon at 8,400 to $500. But yeah, when Bitcoin was moving up at that time to break this resistance level, the altcoins started to pump as well. And then after Bitcoin topped out and started to move down again, the altcoins had a little correction. This is what we're seeing today. So we have these little corrections right there. And then when Bitcoin came back down to this level at 8,900, they started to pump like crazy. Really, really like crazy. And now, is this likely? In my opinion, yes, the altcoins will have a nice pump. I can't tell you how high they will go. I don't expect things like 5x, 10x. It's just there's just too much altcoins out there, and the bull market is not official right now. We have to wait for that announcement, but they will make nice moves. I mean, if you take a look at ontology right there. So ontology, for example, made 100x from what I know. Sorry, 100x, over 100%. And yeah, so things like that can happen. I think Dash is one of those that is able to do something like this. I think Ethereum Classic is able to do something like this because take a look from where it came back down from $10, and at the moment it is close to $5. So 100% makes sense to me. It could even go up to this level, $16. That's not a problem for Ethereum Classic, I think. Sele, a coin that I always said is one of my favorite coins. Look what it did in the last weeks. I mean, this is just this crazy. If you invested in Sele in June, or no, let's say when I started to talk about it, I think it was no, yeah, I don't know, somewhere at these points, then you would have made over 300% with this one. And yeah, so things like that are possible. But yeah, I mean, look at Cardano, for example. Cardano is, everybody who is in the crypto scene knows about Cardano. Where it is there. And yeah, I mean, this is not much, all right? This is not the I mean, of course, it is nice. It is nice. It's something around 20%. It is nice, but I expect much more of Cardano. And what we have as well, Neo also had a really nice pump. I mean, guys, it comes from, I don't know if it's right here, but it comes from nearly $200, I think. Yeah, $200. Yeah, so Neo is one of those coins I think that will also have a nice pump because they're really low at the moment. Dash also has a big chance to make a big move. And yeah, if we take a look at the end of this video at RSI, in my opinion, oh, let's put it away. In my opinion, one of the best indicators out there. Um, so what you can see, guys, is this looks better. So what you can see on the weekly, look at that. No, where it is. I'm sorry. Here. So as you can see right here, we have a higher low than at this point, all right? But on the RSI, it's the opposite. We have this movement right there, as you can see. So it's going up, although there it was going down. So this is a sign for me that we can expect something of Dash in the next days. I mean, this is the weekly chart and we have a bullish divergence right there. So this is a strong sign in my opinion. And if we take a look at Bitcoin, oh man, looks crazy. But what you can see is as well, so we have this one right there and we have this wick down to $7,000, yeah, $300. So we're coming lower, but here right there we're moving higher, all right, on the weekly chart. And this to me, like I said, is a bullish divergence, a very strong bullish divergence because it is on the weekly chart. And this means that in the next weeks we can expect something big of Bitcoin. And because it's a bullish divergence, yeah, a bullish movement, a really big bullish movement. And it makes sense with the four wave theory because, like I said, the second wave will come, and this shows me, yes, something will happen. And the same indicator told me that this pump right here is very likely because look right here, we're making lower lows, all right? At the same time, we were making higher lows on the RSI. And yeah, and this was the result. So yeah, I expect a big movement of Bitcoin in the next weeks. We will see the next wave. We will be prepared. We won't make the same mistakes again. We will make more profit than now. I'm not saying 100% profit, but we will make a lot of profit because I think I know exactly when we will know that the second wave will start. All right. Yeah, so that's it for today's video, guys. I hope it is helpful, and I hope that you like the content. Please subscribe, please leave a like, and let me know in the comments what you think about it, if you have questions. And you should of course join our Discord channel. There we have so much knowledge, and I can keep you updated all the time, because I mean I work full-time. I can make videos all time like other YouTubers, I don't know, the Moon and Crypto Love and Superman, and I don't know, I think they're all not working. I have to work every day, and it's difficult to make these videos every time. So in the Discord, it is much easier for me just to post a picture and tell you, hey guys, watch out for that, this is going to happen. All right, that's it. Thank you very much for your support. Leave a like, subscribe, join our Discord channel, and yeah, let's make profit in the next days and weeks and months.